Hi everyone. Today I want to explain a little introducing myself in formal, formal and interview versions. Before we start, let's talk about what informal means. Informal means a relaxed, casual and friendly way of speaking. We usually use informal English when we talk to our friends, classmates, or people we already know well. Because of that, informal English is not suitable for serious situations such as job interviews, official meetings, or formal presentations. Informal English sounds more natural, friendly, and comfortable. Now, let's move on to how we can do an informal self introduction. First, we start with a simple greeting. For example, we can say he, hi, or hello. After greeting, we introduce our name. For example, I can say he, I am Muhammad Zidani Safri. Next, we can add some personal information. Usually, we'll talk about where we come from and what we do, such as our study or job. For example, uh, I am from Parepare, South Sulawesi. I am a student from the logistic oil and gas. To make our English sound more natural, we should use short forms such as I am instead of I am and don't instead of do not. We should also speak clearly, confidently, and use simple words. Using simple English is much better than using difficult vocabulary. Now, here's my full example of an informal self introduction. He, I am Muhammad Zidani Safri. I am from Parepare, South Sulawesi. I am a student from the Logistic Oil and Gas program. Nice to meet you. So, uh, from this explanation, we can conclude that an informal self introduction includes a greeting, name, and personal information, and it should sound friendly and natural. Alright, everyone, that's all from me. Thank you. Next, I will introduce myself in a formal version. And now, I would like to introduce myself and also explain how to do a self introduction in a formal way. First of all, let us understand the meaning of formal. Formal means a polite, respectful, and professional way of speaking. We usually use formal English in situations such as academic presentations, seminars, meetings, official events, or job interviews. In the situations, it is important to choose our words carefully and speak in a clear and confident manner. Now, uh, I will start with my formal self introduction. Good morning. My name is Muhammad Zidani Safri. I come from Parepare, South Sulawesi. Currently, I am a student in the Oil and Gas Logistics Study Program. I chose I chose this study program because I am interested in the logistic and supply chain system, especially in the oil gas industry. Throughout my studies, I hope to gain knowledge and skill that will be useful for my future career. In a formal self introduction, there are several important points that we should pay attention to. First, we should start with a polite greeting. Second, we introduce our name clearly and confidently. After that, we can mention our background such as our origin, education, or student activity. If need, we can also add our goals or interests in a professional way. Uh, when speaking formal, we should avoid using slang, casual expressions, or incomplete sentence. Instead, we should use proper grammar, complete sentence, and a respectful tone of voice. Body language is also important, such as standing properly and maintaining eye contact. In conclusion, in conclusion, a formal self-introduction is very important because it creates a good first impression. A good formal self-introduction includes a polite greeting, clear personal information, and professional language. By speaking clearly, politely, and confidently, we can show respect and professionalism to our audience. Next, I will introduce myself in an interview version. First of all, what does interview self introduction mean? Interview self introduction is a formal and professional way of introducing yourself during a job interview, internship interview, or any formal selection process. In this situation, we must use polite language, clear sentence, and a confident tone. Interview English is different from informal English. We do not use slang or casual expressions. Instead, we speak politely, professionally, and directly to the point. This is important because the interviewer wants to know our background, skills, and motivation in a short time. Now, let's talk about how to start an interview self introduction. First, we begin with a polite greeting such as good morning or good afternoon. After that, we thank the interviewer for the opportunity. Then, we mention our name, background, and current status. Next, we can briefly explain our education or field of study. If need, we can also mention our skills, strengths, or career goals, but in a short and clear way. A good interview self-introduction should not be too long, but it should be well structured and professional. Example of interview self-introduction. Here is an example of an interview self-introduction. Good morning, sir or madam. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Zidan Safri and I come from Parepare, South Sulawesi. Currently, I'm a student in the Logistic Oil and Gas study program. I'm a disciplined and motivated person, and I am eager to learn and gain new experience. Thank you very much for your time and attention. Conclusion. In conclusion, an interview self-introduction includes a polite greeting, personal information, educational background, and a brief explanation of skill or motivation. It should sound formal, clear, and professional. A good self introduction can create a positive first impression during an interview. That's all from me. Thank you very much.